Call of Duty accidentally officially leaked Black Ops 7 Multiplayer early. Yes, you heard that correctly, Call of Duty leaked Black Ops 7 Multiplayer. Now I know officially and leaked do not go together, but this is Call of Duty after all. And to be honest, what happened here is just absolutely crazy. As you guys already know, Black Ops 7 is currently still in development obviously, and as part of that development, there is a closed internal playtest which is only supposed to be available for developers and the people who are playtesting the game of course, but somehow a developer ended up pushing a message of the day on the public server instead of the closed dedicated server that the internal playtests are happening on, and guess what, it was seen by everybody who logged on at that time on the Xbox console, and we got 4 images, 2 of which are multiplayer gameplay and the other 2 give us new information and a new game mode. Here is the first image that we got. It shows us a cool looking skull, and at the top it says the word parallax, and on the bottom left hand of the screen it says welcome to the CIP or the closed internal playtest. Thanks for participating in our closed internal playtest. Jump in during core hours 12 to 2 p.m. and 6 to 8 p.m. Pacific time each day Friday through Sunday to help us test out new maps and modes and leave feedback in the hashtag parallax playtest on Slack. Okay, so with those couple last words on that sentence, we know what parallax is. Parallax is the code name for Black Ops 7 and it is as simple as that. Now obviously this image doesn't tell us a lot, but it only gets juicier from here. For our second image, we get to see the same logo that was revealed during the Black Ops 7 reveal teaser, similar to the Cerberus logo from Black Ops 6, which actually was never again mentioned. It was only there for the reveal. I'm guessing this is going to be the same thing, but the important thing in this image is again to the bottom left hand of the screen it says skirmish 20v20, 2 teams of 20 fight to complete objectives across a large map, capture point of interest, destroy payloads and transmit valuable data to score, use your wingsuit to flank and reach objectives before your enemy, the first team to reach the score limit wins. Okay, so there it goes, that's our first new game mode confirmed in Black Ops 7. It's skirmish, it's 20v20. Now this could be many different things, okay? First of all, this could be Black Ops 7's version of ground war. Now I know it's not 32 vs 32 or 64 vs 64, but still 20v20, it could simply be a smaller version of ground war, and to be completely honest with you guys, any version of ground war return would be amazing. We haven't seen ground war in some years now. It is definitely time for it to return. Or maybe this 20v20 skirmish mode could be something similar to war from Call of Duty World War II. Now I'm not saying it's going to be exactly copy of war where you go around building bridges and all that, no, something similar, or maybe just maybe it's none of that and it's actually a brand new never seen before game mode in Call of Duty franchise. And if that is the case, then that would be really amazing. But yeah, it could really be anything. It could be a new game mode that we've never seen before, or maybe it's a game mode that we've seen before. At this point all we can do is simply wait and see. But now let's move on to our first gameplay image that we have. But before I talk about what's happening in the image, let's read what it says. New mode Overload. Okay, so that's a brand new game mode. Okay, that's awesome. 2 teams of 6 players each fight to control a neutral EMP device that must be delivered to the enemy HQ for score. Reach the score limit and claim victory by delivering multiple EMP devices. Okay, hold on a second. I thought this was a new game mode. What? I don't know about you guys, but this sounds very familiar. Actually, it sounds like uplink from Call of Duty Advanced Warfare and Call of Duty Black Ops 3. I hate when they do this, okay? I absolutely hate when they do this. They bring back a mod that we already had and then they label it as a new mode. This is absolutely ridiculous. Overload is not a new mod by any means. It is simply the return uplink from the 2 games that I just mentioned. They just renamed uplink to Overload and they're labeling it as a brand new game mode. To be honest with you guys, I think it would be received much better if they just simply say a returning game mode uplink than labeling it as a brand new game mode just simply because you renamed it. But anyways, that is uplink confirmed to be returned Black Ops 7. I am very excited. I absolutely love uplink. But now let's move on and talk about the image itself. First of all, on the left hand side of the screen we can see the return of the RCXD. Yes, it is back. Obviously we all knew it was coming back. It would have been more surprising if it didn't make its way into Black Ops 7 than it being in the game. And then if we look behind the wall where the operators are standing, on the left hand side as well we can see an explosion, and also on the right hand side of the screen we can see that truck exploding. Obviously front and center we see the 2 new milsim operators looking absolutely cool, and let's be honest, Call of Duty always does this. In marketing they always show us milsim operators and then when the game launches it goes crazy. But the operator on the right, we can see he is wearing what seems to be some sort of a futuristic helmet. Now I don't know about you guys, but this is remind me a lot of Firebreak's helmet from Black Ops 3. Could we see the return of specialists? Now that would be absolutely crazy, or maybe I'm just looking way too deep into it. I don't know, maybe I'm going crazy. But alongside that we can also see he he is holding some sort of a futuristic shotgun. Which shotgun is that? Unfortunately, I'm not sure. And then the operator on the left is very interesting because first of all, he is holding the COD SMG from Black Ops 4. If you played the game, you know about the SMG. So that is confirmation of the COD SMG returning in Black Ops 7. Also on his left arm, we can see what seems to be like a small monitor where it's showing us the time and everything else. Now, call me crazy, but could that be our new heads-up display or HUD? Instead of looking at the corners of your screen for your ammo and all the information you need, maybe just maybe in Black Ops 7 that's not the case and the HUD has been moved to the arm. That would be really awesome. But the biggest takeaway in this screen is the same operator appears to be wearing what seems like an exosuit. Now it is not 100% clear in this image, but on the back and the shoulder you can see some sort of an exosuit. But if we take a look at our second leaked gameplay image, we can clearly see that that is an exosuit similar to the one we had from Advanced Warfare. Now I know in the recent Call of Duty podcast they said that the game's not going to feature wall running or exo jumping or anything like that, but it will include an evolution of the Omni movement, and also we know that wall jumping will be a thing. So maybe just maybe those exosuits are used for exo jumping, or maybe just maybe there's a big movement feature that requires exosuit, or maybe just maybe there's a big Omni movement feature that they haven't told us about yet. Could we see the return of boost jump like we had in Black Ops 3, or maybe just maybe the exosuit is not used for movement but it could be used for something entirely different. I don't know what they're cooking. They clearly said it's not going to feature any crazy movement, but it's as clear as day that that's an exosuit on the back of the operator. That is very interesting. But speaking of movement, here we can see what looks like to be David Mason using the Omni movement to dive to the side. Again, obviously we already knew about that. It is coming, and like I said, it will have an evolution. Again, I am very interested to see what the evolution of the Omni movement will be. And of course we can see in the front and center of this image a big and futuristic claws that were also shown briefly in the Black Ops 7 reveal teaser, which turned out to be the same ones from the Black Ops 2 mission Fallen Angel, which actually I predicted correctly in my reaction video. And next to it we can also see another massive futuristic vehicle or streak, not sure what it is but it looks cool and deadly. Again, this could be two things. Both of these futuristic streaks or vehicles could be maybe just streaks in multiplayer, or maybe just maybe they could be some sort of vehicles that we can use in the new skirmish 20v20 mode. Again, it could be either or, but it is very interesting. I cannot wait to learn more. But yeah, there you have it. These were the 4 leaked Black Ops 7 multiplayer gameplay images. I won't lie to you guys, it looks very interesting, but as I always say, keep your expectations low so you won't get disappointed. But anyways, as I learn more information about Black Ops 7, I will definitely keep you guys updated. But with that being said, make sure to click the video on the screen right now to know what will be coming in the Black Ops 6 Season 4 load update. Thank you guys for watching this video.